They are the
All
people
right.
that took them to court.
Okay,
So we
okay,
must
okay, okay,
recognize
okay,
the new
okay. Thank
people.
you, thank you. Let Madam Rita talk to us. Madam Rita, you have the
Thank
floor. Thank you.
you, Mr. Elvis. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. Mommy, I love you. And greetings to everybody. Black Panther, Dream Nation, the Prisalabo, Dr. CM, Mr. Jonathan, we've missed you. And Mr. Kengemeka, who doesn't like rules. Good afternoon, everybody. Madam Emmy, it's so nice to hear your voice. Thank God I remembered your name now. Yes, Madam Emmy, and our cheerleader. Oh my goodness, Madam Deborah. Yes, I just love her. And how she, just puts in the words. And Mr. Joseph Orji, you didn't call in today. And those of you who are watching from home and just smiling now, keep smiling because we are alive today, and we are very, very lucky. Greetings to the very, very vivacious comment section. I'm not going to call anybody's name today, but I'm greeting you all, and I'm happy. I'm hearing some things that I keep talking about. Keywords: trauma, abnormality, superiority complex. I'm hearing those words now. Mr. Elvis asked a very fundamental question yesterday. He asked me that question and he said, do you think Nigeria with Nigerian mentality or something of that nature would change anytime soon? I didn't waste time. I said, no. I said, no. It all boils down to the mentality. If our psyche has been changes to where it ought to be, normal, at least even 80% normal, nobody needs to even tell us who to vote for. Nobody. We don't need Peter for Nigeria to tell us that, electoral laws must be amended. We don't need Makigini. If our head is screwed in the right direction, if we know what we are doing, if we know our rights and responsibilities as citizens, if we can decipher between good and evil, if we can decipher between a system that is working and a system that is not working, a system that has been hijacked, nobody needs to tell us. But you see, the psyche of Nigerians, typical Nigeria, is messed up, traumatized. Yes, and that's why some people will say Peter Obi did not win. I'm not going to refer to Mr. Emeka. There are what Mr. Emeka just expressed. There are many Nigerians that have that mentality. I kid you not. So it's not really about where you are, whether you live in the diaspora or you live in somewhere in Nigeria or whatever. Some people still have that mentality. I mean, we have our EPA that calls now that has 3 wives in London. That kinds of try to convince people that the man from Bodilon won the election. There are people like that. We have to deal with things like this. We have to, and that's why we have programs like this. And that's why we need to share this program, please. And please press the like. In fact, I forgot to press my like. Those of you in the comment section, in the panel, when you logged in, at least you press like now. If you haven't, please just do that now. But that is our reality today, Mr. Elvis. It's our reality. We kind of get upset when anybody try to say that APC won or try to give excuses why this man from Bodlon deserves a second term. You get emotional, you get angry. Sometimes you just get silent. Do you know why? Because we are dealing with the death of people, young men and women. We are tired of seeing mothers wailing and crying that their children are being taken away from them permanently from this earth. That's where the frustration, irritation, and annoyance come. I don't know about you, but I think I'm sometimes that's what I feel like. Don't you see? Don't you see? How can you confidently be supporting a government that cannot even do anything, or be supporting a certain ethnic group that are obviously doing things that are wrong on a broad daylight? Don't you see? So it's frustrating, and that's why people will now accuse you of having a deficit in emotional intelligence, or maybe you are just being emotional in your response. You have to be emotional in responding because people are passing away, people are crying. How can you not be emotional? So whether your response is emotionally inclined or not, I don't care, as long as you are saying the truth. As long as you are saying the truth. Speaking about the guy that murderer, because I wouldn't even say the police officer is a murderer. And thank you, Black Manta. I said that's first degree murder. It's not two-way. And and I'm very, very happy that I was watching the show, the PRO for Delta State Police Command, and I think it's this show, and where they was asking him questions about why the police officer's face was taken away. He responded, and I was happy when he talked about. He said there are some police officers who are on death row, but see the key word SEEN. SEEN, seen, is very important in any society. When people are seeing that there is justice, it serves as a deterrent to those who have that opportunity or tend to behave like that, not to behave like that. And it also serves as an example to the society to say, having this kind of behavior or taking these kinds of action, this is the consequence. So that is why it needs to be seen. This Egbegbe or Nuhu, whatever his name is, this murderer, that's when the Nigerian police force badge, although he wasn't wearing it, but I mean, it's assumed that it's from Nigerian police force. He's a murderer. The people need to be seeing him in court, and they need to see the capital punishment, just like the way they take down armed robbers at Bar Beach. They need to see it. We need to introduce that again. We need to introduce that again. People need to see firing squad. We need to introduce that again because the country is mad now. It is mad. So people need to see it. People need to see it. The Nigerian police force, anybody who is, if you're a governor of Delta State didn't even come out, it's disgusting. Listen, I was talking about trauma yesterday. I told you guys, when things are happening, you just say, okay, oh, sorry, oh, next. You are traumatized because it's something like you're in a war zone. Whether it's a death of a baby or a death of an adult, you somehow, that human feeling, it kind of dies away when you see it constantly. It's like you are eating rice every day. Time will come, you don't want to see rice, smell rice, or even hear the word RICE. You don't, even if you're hungry, you see rice, you just look at it like a stone. So it's the same thing. You're seeing red oil every day. You're seeing blood. You're seeing people being shot every day. You hear stories. You are seeing pictures, images every single day. It comes to a time you see it and it's nothing to you. That's what is happening to Nigerians. That is the same feeling that you can't understand why the man from Bodilon is not even responding. Even the governors, in fact, let's not even go down. The local government chairman of that locality, the councillor is not even talking because they are seeing rice like that every day. It's norm. It's a norm. But it's actually not normal. You see what I was talking about yesterday? Abnormality has become a norm. That's what we're facing today. Many of us, we don't know we are traumatized. It's a little trigger that will make you remember like, oh my God, what just happened? Unless it happens directly to you. If that person is directly related to you, that is when there's a trigger that you get so overwhelmed, you'll probably be bawling and crying. But these people don't care because they're traumatized. It's unfortunate. For me, I need to see justice. If there's not justice that is seen, SEEN, is just lip service as usual from the Nigerian police force. That's just how I see it. That's just how I see it. Now, moving along with Dati. Dati, for me, he's coming out and all his comments, regarding the PRP. It's so funny. Yesterday, we mentioned that, Dati is, just left PRP and is going to his brother's. Well, he's not his brother's one. He's been there for, that party is 74 years old, PRP. And his brother is the national chairman of the party. And it was just, it's not last month or 2 months ago, they made him the national chairman. Anyway, but that is emergence. And that interview is an invitation to Peter Obi. That's what I see, because one, he said, I would support most likely a Christian candidate from the South. He's talking about Peter Obi. Two, he said, for you to have a stance right now as a politician, you have to be clean. You don't have to have a baggage of corruption. You don't have to have a baggage of intimidation or using your position you held before to intimidate people and marginalize people. You must have those records. That is an invitation for Peter Obi. Come to PRP. There is nothing like court case. This party has been there for 74 years. Whether it came from the Fulani extraction and it evolved along over decades, I don't know. But as it is now, we know for sure. Anybody is telling me, listen, any court case judgment you hear about NDC or what INEC, or you and I know the bottom line is they will always pull something out to accuse them because of Peter Obi. So I'm not even going to analyze the court case of what they said about NDC or everything is just anything by team to remove Peter Obi or to make NDC irrelevant. And I've said it from day one when Mr. Elvis put it on program that, Peter Obi might be going to this party. I have always said it from day one. I said, when I looked at the story about NDC, I went on, I did a little bit of research. What's his name? Mr. Is it Dr. This man is from the United States. That was the first chairman. I was looking for, okay, who is the owner of this party? Everything was kind of very hazy. And that's why I came to my conclusion and said, I believe that the NDC belongs to Atiku. I don't know if anybody remember. I said, I've been saying it from day one. And I was saying, I will be surprised if they pick Peter Obi as their candidate. Mr. Emeka said something yesterday like, why are they wasting time? They are wasting time. Peter Obi should get out from there. And it's true. And this dragging of feet for so long within all these actors, in bed with Peter Obi, dragging feet. You mean that all these men, they couldn't come to a consensus to say, listen, we're not even going to wait for May 21st. Peter Obi is the man. It tells you something. If David Mark, Aribeshola, Oyegu, Atiku, and the midget from Kaduna, Amechi, all those players that are in this NDC, for how many months now? They know that NDC is relevant. Even Kwakwa so inclusive. They know that the fact that NDC is popular is because of the obedient movement, because of Peter Obi. Period. Finito. Because of Peter Obi. QED. Because of Peter Obi. You mean that they could not pick Peter Obi all this while they were dragging their feet? What does that tell you? Big manism, superiority complex, selfishness. It means that these people don't even care about Nigeria. Because Peter Obi should have been the person that should be left.
Nana Rita, is it NDC or ADC?
Listen, there's too many C's and C's and C's. Seriously speaking, whether it's NDC or ADC, I think it's ADC, right? It's ADC, yeah. So, all this dragging of feet, all this while, you're just giving us, you are telling us your body temperature. That is superiority complex, that there are people that believe they are above other people. There are people that believe that being the president is their inheritance. There are people that just feel like, oh, an Igbo man, they are making their permutation like, oh, nobody will vote for an Igbo man. There are many people that are just there for their personal aggrandizement, for their titles. Someone like Kwakwanso that said he can never pick Peter Obi in the beginning, 2023. He already showed his superiority complex. Yes, so what is this dragging? Kwakwanso decided to be vice because they've obviously promised him 2031. So what are we still been dragging this thing for too long? It's so obvious that there's an internal squabble of superiority complex. So it is what it is. Listen, if they like, not pick Peter Obi in this Kwakwanso Peter Obi merge in what is it, NDC or whatever the party is now. Because to me, there's so many C's, all of them, they all belong to different.
The delay. There are two reasons for the delay. The court injunction and they don't want to give Peter Obi.
We have heard all those things before.
They don't want to give Peter Obi. They are using him.
It's obvious.
Yes.
It's obvious.
So Peter Obi should leave that place. He's wasting his time.
It's obvious.
Honestly speaking, he's wasting his time.
So that's all I have to just say. So that Ahmed is inviting Peter Obi indirectly, or if I should just do it directly, Peter Obi, please come to PRP. Because all these shenanigans that they are playing is annoying. Even if INEC, even if there's nothing in the book, INEC will create something. Even if there's nothing in the judiciary will create something that will make it similar to what's in the book. That's what we are dealing with. Listen, I'm just going to be realistic here. Stop waiting for, there's nothing that is legal happening in Nigeria. Nothing is legal. Forget legality. Forget legality in Nigeria. Just forget. It doesn't exist in the man from Bodler's administration. All this court case waiting for is nonsense. It's nonsense. The bottom line, they don't want Peter Obi to be on the ballot, period. And anyhow they want to do it, whether it's in broad daylight or behind closed door or 2 a.m., they don't care, they will do it. And that's why this election 2027, they're going to openly rig it. They are going to openly rig it. They will line people and they will watch people, whoever they're voting for, they will tell them, they will force them to change it, or they will say, if you are voting for another party other than APC, you are not going to vote today. That's how open and brutal they're going to be. And I hope Peter Obi supporters, I hope we are ready for it. Because
that one go before Lagos State too, not before other states.
That is what is going to happen. Lagos State, Port Harcourt, the key state, that is what, maybe they may be careful in Kano State, because the Concoursiers are like, they are fanatics. So maybe that's the one that, okay, they may not want to touch. But I'm telling you, the open brutality, we are just seeing the preamble. They haven't really started, but that's what's going to happen. That's what, if Peter Obi is on that ballot, that's what's going to happen. Any court case you're waiting for, please. I told you people, my mind is off on. I'm just talking. My mind is in January 16 and 17. I'm not there all this talk, but I just have to contribute and try to educate people that this is our reality. And this NDC, they are deceiving themselves. They are just telling us who they are. They don't care. They're just selfish men. They have personal vendetta, as just like the one from Kaduna State. He has a personal vendetta. Me, I know that one. With the man from Bodilon. Yes. And that's why he's against him. David Mark, that was silent. All the things are happening. In fact, let me not those, because if I start saying some kind of things, people will be wondering, how does this going on? But I'm just saying, anything that's going on right now, if Peter Obi needs to go to the PRP, please just go to the PRP. Don't even waste your time, because these men are wolves. They are old pussycats. They know the system. They are part of it. Mikano Atiku, I believe he's working for the man from Bodilon. Atiku, I believe, owns the NDC or the ADC. I believe Atiku owns the ADC. I have said it from day one in this program, and I'm still sticking to it. Thank you very much, Mr. Elvis. Okay, who's the next person after me? I think it's Mr. Jonathan or Dr. CM. I think you're the next person.
All right, thank you.